So we gotta talk, why are people already hating on characters before they're even released? And you might be confused on what exactly I'm talking about, so let me clarify. Twitter as of recent took a huge dislike towards the new revealed characters Zhezhi and Xiangli, when both of these characters look amazing. Now I understand people got their own opinion when it comes to character designs, which is completely fine, but that's just half of it on why I wanted to make this video. I won't share any tweet posts for what I have seen because I don't like the idea of people getting hate, especially for their own opinion, so it's the safer for others. But I do believe you shouldn't just skip out on characters just for their design alone, alright? And also, I'm not gonna be talking about leaks in this video, so if you've seen leaks, oh well, I'm not talking about it in this video. If you were one of the guys that were tweeting that you was gonna skip out on both of these characters or one of the characters just for the design, then I think you might need to reconsider. The only time I say it's acceptable to skip out on characters, especially when it comes to gacha games, is when their kit is something that you probably wouldn't enjoy as well as whether it's meta or not. Listen, I completely hate Yanwu design in the game, but it grew on me later on. But I love his gameplay because it fits pretty well with Zhezhi gameplay. If you are a meta player talk about you're gonna skip out on Zhezhi or Xiangli because of their design, you should probably already know better to at least wait till their kit officially dropped by Kuro Games, because you're gonna be the first group crying about whether or not Xiangli or Zhezhi kit is good or if they're worth pulling for. If you're a casual player like me, probably not the best at the game and play every once in a while, then you're probably gonna say I don't really care. If I think their design is mid, I'm gonna skip out, and that's okay, but you're gonna be the same ones later searching whether or not Zhezhi or Xiangli could also pair pretty well with other characters that you are currently using in game. So don't come crying under my video when that happens. I try to tell both sides that you should probably just wait until their kit and gameplay drop before making a final decision and not letting the character design rule over your final decision on whether or not you pull for a character. This is also another reason why many players like me and other content creators keep saying the same quote at the end of the day: play who's seen the most fun for you or the best for you, because we're usually mentioning the character's gameplay style or kit and not their character design. But let's talk a little bit more about Zhezhi. A lot of players are upset because of two things they don't like about Zhezhi. That's either the color choice for her or how big her head is. But I do understand that maybe Zhezhi's head shouldn't be bigger than what it should be now, but I also think it could just be a perspective sort of thing, or her in-game model could be just fine and people are overreacting way more than they should be about the size of Zhezhi's head. But let's say it's bigger than usual and I'm just wrong, then just send Kuro Games feedback or send them a mail or in their Discord to let them know that they have a character model issue. There's no point on making so many tweets about it because there's just a chance Kuro Games will never see them, and you're better off writing them feedback in the game or sending them a message on Discord so they can see it and consider making changes to Zhezhi model. But the other issue people had with Zhezhi was her color choices, and this might go the same for Xiangli if I remember correctly. When people were talking about it, they felt like it was mute or just bad overall. Maybe it's just me, but I think otherwise. I personally think Zhezhi color choice might be the right choice here because color can represent emotion. Now it might sound like I'm maybe reaching a bit here or trying to discuss something that is personally not just there, but listen, Zhezhi has this sort of cyan color to her, or turquoise color to her, and this color usually represents the emotion of calmness and clarity, and pink could even mean creativity and even calmness as well. You could do a quick Google research and easily see what color represent what emotion. So while you guys are trying to nitpick every single reason to hate on Zhezhi design, you do have to think logically about it and if it makes sense lore wise, because Zhezhi personality is the type of being shy and calm, so I do think Kuro Games did an amazing job for Zhezhi here. Now sometimes maybe color don't play so much of a role into representing the character emotion, and this could be the case for Xiangli, but it's easy to tell that he's some sort of scientist of a sort because of the sidebar arm that he has and the way he dresses himself as well. His outfit do resemble something that a scientist may possibly wear. I would also like to say Xiangli strikes me as the confident type, so he looked like he'll be a dangerous character if you get on his bad side, or maybe just even a cocky character of a sort. So I could definitely tell his in-game post will hold more confidence to him, and Zhezhi will probably hold more of a shy sort of pose to her. So this will lead to our last talk about character design. Sometimes the character is meant for a specific type of audience. This may lead into back what we said earlier. Some people will just have different opinions on characters, and that's perfectly okay because maybe they just don't like the character personality, or maybe how the character represent themselves. Maybe they don't like the shy type of character, or maybe they don't like the confident type of character either. This is pretty funny to say because I did say earlier that you should worry more about the character kit, but hey, here we are talking about the main subject, and that's how how people started to take hate on both Zhezhi and Xiangli as characters. Personally, I don't believe these characters are mid or bad as people are trying to make them out to be, and I do think Hero Games did an amazing job at trying to sell these characters to their rightful audience. It's funny because so many people think Zhezhi is this type of character that likes to draw Yuri art, and I can see it because most anime will usually make most female characters in anime this type of character, and she has yet to even release. But I do believe while you can judge a character off their character design, you should probably at least give some of that same energy to at least wait for their character kit or gameplay to release before even making a final decision on skipping them. Otherwise, you may miss out on getting a very good or broken character in game. So hopefully this video will change some of your guys' mind and make you be more careful about the decision of skipping characters in Wuthering ways. If you did make it this far into the video, how about come join my Discord server and go watch my last video where I talk about the future of Wuthering ways and how Wuthering ways was inspired by Death Standing. Be sure to have a great and amazing day, and I'll see you guys in another